SPUFalcons.com. I'm here with men's basketball coach Grant Leep. Coach, starting your second season at the helm of the program, your thoughts?
Yeah, we're really excited to get going, and we've noticed just with our whole group that there's a different comfort level to year two, and the things that we need to teach just happen a little bit faster. We're more efficient getting what we need done and getting through what we need to get done, so there's just been a different feel about year two already.
You had a real young team last year. How much is a year of experience for those young players going to benefit?
We're anticipating that it helps a lot. I think it's yet to be seen. We've got a good young group, and they've been through some battles now, so we're really looking forward to see what they've applied. You know, we're so limited in how much we can go right now, so we haven't really seen the full fruits of that, but I think it's going to be something that really helps us out over the course of the season.
One of the young players that Falcons fans are familiar with, obviously, is Tony Miller, the GNAC Freshman of the Year last year. What can he add to his game this year?
Well, we talked a lot with Tony about becoming a more efficient player. And yes, he scored a lot, and we'd love to see his percentages rise. We'd love to see him become more efficient at the free throw line. We think he's a better free throw shooter than he showed last year. So just being able to find a little bit more efficient route to go about getting his points is something that we've really challenged him to do. We thought he made a lot of strides as a defensive player. We need to continue to see those strides as a defensive player and rebounder, I'll add. So as good of a season as he had a year ago, I think there's still some room for him to continue to get better.
One of your key veteran returnees is Coleman Wooten, proven he can score and kind of do a little bit of everything. Yeah. We'll just talk about Coleman.
Yeah, Coleman is such a tough guard. He's a tough cover. He can get to the paint whenever he wants. Efficiency is something that we've challenged Coleman with as well. He's such a strong player, I think sometimes he doesn't realize his strength, and he commits a lot of fouls that I think he can eliminate, which will then help him to be on the floor more for us, which obviously will be something that is good for us. So there's a lot of ways in which Coleman can improve. I think as a defender, he's shown that he can take some strides in that area, and then just becoming a better playmaker and a more consistent playmaker.
You've been an assistant coach for a long time. Last year was your first time as the main man calling the shots. Is there anything, what did you learn? Anything stands out as your biggest?
I think the urgency of getting the thing done now that has to get done. And there's always things that pop up that as an assistant coach you don't have to deal with. And now the buck stops with me, and I got to make sure that when those issues arise that I'm ready to take care of them and do what needs to be done.
Well, last year we mentioned youth, and quite a few significant injuries impacted the team. You got some of those injured players back. Talk about maybe Sam Simpson and Gabe.
Yeah, so Sam he's such a jack of all trades for us, and we talked a lot with Sam about how there's other guys that, you know, whether it's Gavin, Long, Coleman, or Tony, that we move around to different spots on offense. Sam is almost that for us on defense and in some other ways. So he gives us a lot of versatility there, which we really value. Gabe, I think, will bring some consistency to our point guard position, which we're really looking forward to. Gabe was a guy that we thought was a really big get when we got him. So we're really looking forward to having him back. And then Trey Miller brings us some other things too, who also missed the season with some of his athleticism and his ability to rebound. So we're really looking forward to adding those three guys back.
You don't have a lot of newcomers because you had a lot of returning players, but any one of them do you expect to contribute significantly?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're excited about all three. When we looked at this recruiting season and what we needed to add, we wanted to get some size, which we did with Christian. We wanted to improve our shooting ability, which we thought we did with Nikhil and DeBraden to a certain extent. We wanted to become more competitive and tougher, and we think we did that with all three guys. So there's some things that we feel like we hit with each of the three guys that we added, and we're really excited to see how they grow in our program.
The team did not make the playoffs last year, stopped a fairly lengthy streak. Is that a goal of your team, realistic goal to get back in it?
Of course, that's a goal for us. And you know, we've talked a lot about, you know, we finished 9th place last year, which isn't where we want to be. So we've really done a lot of evaluation to figure out, okay, what led us down that path, and what can we do to not have that 9th place finish again. So we're coming out ready to go.
Well, your schedule, thoughts on the schedule it faces?
Yeah, our schedule's very difficult, and you know, it's a lot of road games. You have to play in Division II. We feel like you have to play a very tough schedule to get to where you want to be. So, you know, Dixie State has become a pretty good rivalry for us in the non-conference. We have them on the schedule again. A couple new ones with some CCAA schools, and then West Westminster over in Salt Lake City. So we feel that it's a really competitive schedule.
Well, those non-conference games obviously set you up for GNAC play. How do you see that race shaping up?
Our conference is always so tough, and I know it hasn't always shown itself in the playoffs the last few years with the number of teams we get in. But if you look at the league last year, and you know, a different result on the last day of the season, and instead of 9th place, we're in 6th, then we're in the conference tournament, and then who knows what happens. So we feel like the GNAC is such a tough, competitive league from top to bottom. The depth in the league the last few years has been phenomenal.
Great. Coach, thanks very much, and good luck this season.
Yep, thank you.